Number one, women only value money and status. That's not true. Do women value it? Yes. Is that all they value? No. Women value, I ain't gonna say women don't value it, because that would be a daggone lie. Women absolutely value money and status, but is that all they value? No. There are some men that come at me, they have money, they have status, but we don't connect in any other way. They don't have there may be personality situations or conflicts. There may be character flaws. There may be other aspects of self that's like, no, this ain't it. I think that is a very damaging rhetoric. Oh, all you need is money or all you need is status, because that's definitely not true. At that point, you're asking for a gold digger. That's my whole point. Y'all are trying to get against or go against the very women y'all are teaching men to attract. Women that only value money and status are not the women you want. The women you want are women that want character. The women you want value integrity. The women you want value how you emotionally connect with her. That's what the women you want. When you are like getting with women that specifically desire you for your status or your money, you are asking for problems. Women don't only value that. In fact, the reality is, if a woman is only with you or is only valuing that money and status, and that's the only reason why she's choosing you, then she's up to the next bidder. I can only speak for me. Emotional connectedness, and people talk about women being emotional all the time. Women are emotional. Women are emotional. They are. So emotional connection for women is important. I always have said this to men, and men have said this as well. You make love to her mind, you have her body. When you get a woman and you get into her head, into her emotions, and you got her here, you got her. Money don't do that. Money provides, money gives something. That's something that takes the stress off the table. But that don't get her body excited. That don't get her body moving. Men that get women, like when you look at I don't want to get into that, but PIMPs, I don't know if you can say that on YouTube. I don't know if you can say pimps are on YouTube. They got into the woman's head. That's how they got women like that. They got into a woman's head. They got her emotions. That's how you get a woman, is emotional connection. When men are teaching you that all you need is money and status, that's wrong. You need to have her connected emotionally. Women deeply value emotional connection and respect, communication and shared values. Women deeply value these things, guys. Do not believe the baloney. Yes. Does it attract women? Yes. Let's look at it this way. Do looks get a woman in the door? Yes. Does that keep her there? No. Does money and status get a man in the door? Yes. Does that keep them there? No. Everything else is what keeps them there. Everything else is what makes her decide that, okay, this is the direction I want to continue to pursue and I want to continue to communicate with. That's why I'll have a lot of men that I coach on the side, and they're wondering what's going on with the women that they desire. Like, they may have money, they may have status, but they're still not getting they're not getting the women that they desire. They're getting women, but they're not getting the women that they want. And the reality is the other things that lock a woman in. She has to be emotionally connected to you. She has to have that communication with you. She has to have that respect for you. Women respecting you is paramount. If a woman doesn't respect you, that's not a situation you want to get into. Period. Okay? If you're in a situation with a woman and she don't respect you, you might as well exit stage left. That's very, very hard to earn a woman's respect back. You want a woman to respect you. Money and status gets you in the door. Just like looks for women get you in the door, money and status may get you in the door. It'll get you in the door. And you probably get the best version of her too. But does it keep you there? No. That's very first level. That's not forever level. Okay? We have to understand that. Number 2, all women are hypergamous and will leave for someone better. I will tell you this. That is absolutely not true. Well, no, hold on. Let me rewind that. Are women hypergamous? Yes, by nature they are. Women are hypergamous. I definitely think that in days where women didn't have careers, they were way more hypergamous, I would say, because they were trying to find the best lifestyle for themselves. That was their way to live a certain way, was to find the best quality, the top band that they could get, right? Especially when they couldn't work and earn things for themselves. Do I think that that's the same way now? I think women are hypergamous still. Not going to say that they're not. However, I know, and you probably know some women that are with some men that is questionable. I know, and you know, probably some women that are with some men and it's questionable why they still there. I know more women where I'm wondering what's going on, why you still with that man, versus women that are hypergamous and they're getting the best quality dude. I know more of the first one than the second one. More women are staying with men and it's like, why are you still there? This is not a good situation, sis. This is not going. This is going to Nowheresville, Georgia. What are we doing? I know more of that than I know of the other. Women are security seeking men. So yes, are they hypergamous? Yes. Women are trying to find the best possible option. Will they leave for something better? Depends on the woman, but I would say more times than not, they're security seeking. Women are security seeking. They are desiring to lock someone down. That's why they want relationships. They want to sink their teeth into somebody. They want something that they can call their own. That's how women are biologically made, right? And so, do I think that they're going to leave one thing to go find some? Not. More times than not, no. Now, do I think the more immature a woman is, I'm saying immature because age doesn't define maturity. But the younger a woman is, yes, she might leave you for somebody else because she's younger, right? She's not as mature. She might look at things way differently. But most women are going, once they lock into somebody and they feel like it's a quality guy, they're going to be very hesitant to leave that relationship unless they feel like they have to. More women are going to stay. I know women that have stayed in relationships 20, I've seen 17, 20, 25-year relationships, unmarried, just with a man. So I've seen more of that than the other. I haven't seen a lot of women that there's a very small collection of women that are just going from finding the best possible man. Like that's a very small collection. Most women are trying to find a man and hold on to him. And I'm being completely honest. Most women are trying to find a man and they're trying to hold on to him. That's most women. That's the truth. There's a minority of women that are okay to be single and are looking for the best possible man and is it gonna settle down in anything that's less than. That's a small group of women. Small. A small minority of women are going to leave what they have. If they got a man, they holding on to him for dear life. I'm being honest. Small percentage are holding out for the best possible thing. I'm being honest, okay? Now, you might be saying, well, is it the women that I desire? The most desirable women are probably going to be the one that are going to wait and be more hypergamous in that way. They've got the most options. They're going to be the one that's be like, okay, I'm going to take my chances. I'm going to take my chances. Those are the ones that are less likely to settle. I was watching a young woman, Sadia Khan, if you've seen her before, but she was talking about how women that are more desirable, it's harder for them to settle down. It's harder for them to stay in relationships because they have the appearance of options often, right? And so because of that, they never feel like they have to settle. They never feel like they have to lock in. And so it's very important for women like that to find somebody that they are equally as invested in, because they'll move around. They can move around, or not move around, but they don't settle. If a man makes them upset, they're less likely to deal with that because they're like, oh, I can get another man like that. So that's a challenging mindset. I don't think that that's a right mindset, but it's the truth. Women that have more options are less likely to settle. They just are. Just like men with more options are less likely to settle. Both are they're true of both genders. And I don't feel like that should be anything to demonize either gender. It's just the truth. It's just what it is. But the majority of people, if we're talking about men and we're talking about women, right, are very similar in the sense that they will settle in relationships. They will get with somebody. They will lock in. They won't just leave it. That's not the norm. And I think a lot of men, and especially Red Pill society has sensationalized like what they have identified as whatever type of woman, and made it like every woman's like that. Not every woman's like that. Just like I can't say not every man's like that. You know, there are some men that are one way and there are other men that are another way. Like there's all different kinds of men out here. It would be a disservice and disrespectful for me to put every man in the same box. Like, I've been hurt by men, right? I've had my heart broken. I'm sure y'all have had y'all heart broken too, right? But I'm not on here bashing men because I know that that's not every man. That was just my experiences with those men. Those were my individual experiences. That doesn't make it them. And there was a hurt version of me. I'm going to be honest with you. Years back that would say, I'm not dating this type of guy. I'm not dating this type of guy. If he was in this profession, I'm not dating him. If he's in this profession, I'm not dating him. And now that I'm older, I understand that that's not fair to men to group them all in one pot. Like, they're not all the same. You know, that's not fair. And I would say the same thing for you guys. If you guys have been hurt by women, it's not fair to group all women and say all of them are bad, because that's not conducive. That's not productive. That's coming from a very, very hurt mindset. That's not productive. That doesn't create anything. When you're bitter and you're coming from a bitter place, you're not creating anything good. I just don't believe that.